Gold is back this DEEPAVALI season. Prices have rebounded, touching a 6-week high. And speaking to us live from Singapore is Howie Lee, investment analyst at Phillip Futures. Now, Howie, DEEPAVALI is usually associated with gold buying, but what was it looking like this season?
Well, we've seen the September imports climbing up, and I think that was because since mid-August, gold prices have come down, and I think it was very timely. It was near the Diwali festival, and then Asian buyers, they tend to be very timely. They tend to like to time the market bottom, and when they saw gold prices coming down, they went in for the purchases, and they bought jewelry for their festival.
And have we seen the bottom of gold prices, or is there going to be further downside pressure?
Well, we have seen an uptick in the last 2 weeks, but I think this could be just a flash in the pan. Definitely the fundamentals still do not support the rally in gold prices. I think physical buying in China and India still remains weak. Investment demand may be weak as well, as because we are looking at the prospect of higher interest rates in the US. So definitely, I think right now I would still be more bearish than bullish on gold's outlook.
Okay, so we're seeing pressures from a strengthening USD. Are there other risks to gold prices that you're seeing?
Well, if you talk about physical consumption, I think China is still grappling with the oversupply they had from the previous years. Other than that, there were a lot of regulatory enforcements with regards to the usage of gold as a collateral. So right now we are seeing a bit of softer demand from China. In India, we are looking at the finance minister who just said earlier that they will be looking to curb gold imports. So you're looking at the two largest gold players who are looking at softer physical demand in the coming year. On top of that, investment demand is stopping up. You take a look at the SPDR gold holdings, it has been coming down. So right now we are not looking at a lot of upside for gold.
Okay, and seeing that China's GDP numbers came out a little above forecast, that's not enough of a sign that potentially there could be improved buying from the Chinese market? Well,
yeah, you're right. At 7.3%, it was above estimates, but to me it was a bit disappointing because the full year growth forecast was targeted at 7.5%. Traditionally, GDP in China and gold buying has not much correlation. I mean, if you think about it, in the last 5 years or so, the growth has come down from 10% to about 7.5%, but every year demand for gold in China has still been picking up. So in the next few years, we should still see the resumption of demand for gold, albeit at a softer pace.
Okay, and looking at other factors that could influence gold buying, let's take a look at the Ebola threat. Could that potentially see investors plowing into gold as a safe haven?
Well, Ebola could be a game changer. It is, of course, other than it being an economical situation, of course, it affects a lot of lives. Very reminiscent of what we saw in 2003 when the SARS epidemic hit Hong Kong. But as of now, it has not reached a state of national emergency right yet, so there might not be that much pressure on gold to go higher. And on top of that, you have to remember that the medical facility in US is actually much better than that we have seen in the Africa subcontinent, and that might just be a revelation in a breakthrough for Ebola.
All right, we are seeing a little bit of a rebound in gold prices. What is your outlook then for the gold price in the months to come?
Well, the recent uptick in gold prices has largely due to the unwinding of the US dollar. We've seen the rebound in the euro, in the pound, and in the yen. But we have to bear in mind that interest rates have to be raised somewhere about mid-2015, and that prospect has to catch up with the US dollar at one point or the other. Right now, the dollar is a bit softer due to a lot of profit-taking activity. I don't think this will last very long. It should resume in November and December, and when that resumes, we should see the pressure on gold being pushed downwards again.
All right, thank you so much, Howie, for your insights. That was Howie Lee, investment analyst from Phillip Futures.